So in this video, we're talking about glorious light and only lighting. So what's it all about, I hear you say? In a nutshell, this is an exercise just for lighting. The idea is that I've created a scene. In that scene, I created 4 different lighting setups. The whole exercise is about using the default lights that come with Blender, seeing how they affect your scene, and how you can change some of the parameters to get some really cool effects. The challenge is for you to take the same scene that I built, minus the lights of course, and recreate the 4 lighting setups that match, or as closely match as possible, the 4 final renders that I created. You can see those, and I'll take you through those later in the video. I'll also show you around the scene itself that you can download. Basically, I'll give you a breakdown of how many lights I used, which types, and the color. After that, it's up to you to create each lighting group, and as I say, try to match the ones that I created. Who is this video for? Good question. Or if you're a beginner, this video is definitely for you. I think it's a great exercise in getting to grips with some of the default lighting that you find in Blender, how to manipulate the lights, and how to change some of the parameters to light your scene. For those of you more experienced in Blender, you don't have to do this exercise of course, but you're more than welcome to download the file and just have some fun with it. Let's take a look at the renders now. This is the first one. It uses 3 area lights, and I've shown those in the top left corner. I've also specified which one is the main light, and I've specified the color of each of those lights. So there are the hex values, just copy and paste those if you want to. The second setup uses 1 spotlight and 2 point lights. The third render uses 2 sunlights. And finally, the last one uses 6 point lights. A little bit tricky this one, but persevere and I'm sure you'll get there. Now let's have a look at the scene. In the lower half you've got the camera view. There's your outliner with the scene elements in one collection. And you have your collection for the camera depth of field, the camera and the light target. I'll explain more about the light target in a second. So let me just add a spotlight, and I'll show you how to use the light target so that all your lights can track the light target, so you don't have to keep rotating it and positioning it to point at the objects. It's a much easier way of doing it. This is one way to do it, of course, just click on these handles and just drag it, but it's not very precise. So instead, go over to the constraints modifiers, add a track to, and then select the empty called light target. And now if you move your light, it will always point to that empty. And I'll just demonstrate that here. Let's just turn up the strength a little bit, maybe 500. There we go. Just like that. So I did that for all of the lights in the scenes, apart from the point lights of course, because they're just like bulbs, they don't need to point at anything. So there's the 4 light groups collections that I created for you already in the Blender file. So there you have it. You can download that as I said. Let's have a quick look at the slides that I rendered. So there's number 1, light group 1. Again, the breakdown of each one render is in the top left. Number 2, number 3, and finally number 4. I've also taken screenshots of each type of light because these are the parameters you need to be changing. Now keep an eye on the radius, because that's the one that will affect how hard or soft the shadow edges are. So this is for the spotlight, this is for the sunlight. Now you notice it's called angle, not radius. And we also have the area light there as well. I've covered all the lights anyway. And this is where you can download the files. So in the download you'll find the Blender file, without the lights of course, and the slides and the renders that you've just seen in this video. And with that, if you like these kind of videos and the content that I produce, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. It really helps me out. So if you want to take part in this challenge or exercise, head over to Gumroad, download the zip file, and have some fun. See you next time. Bye for now.